Toni Vanderhayden is back tonight. She, of course, is the team founder of Sold On Toni, part of Keller Williams Realty Signature. Hi, Toni. Thanks for coming in. So tonight we are talking about making the most money when selling your home, right?
Yes. Everybody wants to make more money.
Yeah, right? That's the idea. Mm-hmm. And you have great tips for our viewers. I think we're talking about inside and outside and kind of separating it.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that some people might think are just common knowledge, and I think it bears repeating just to make sure that if I'm going to spend time, let's spend time on the things that are going to matter. Right? So a couple of those tips would be, for example, inside, declutter every closet, declutter every cabinet, clearly down to about 50% of the contents that you have in it currently. Because as much as you think people will not be looking in those cabinets and closets, they actually do. They don't want to see your things, they just want to see how much space they're going to have. So if you declutter to about 50% of what's in there, it's going to appear larger. The next thing is fresh paint. Fresh paint of a neutral color. A lot of times people, especially very vivacious people, are going to paint their homes very bright colors, which is fantastic. It's not going to appeal to the lion's share of buyers, however. So it's a good idea to go ahead and freshly paint neutral colors, light grays, light tans, things like that. Because again, you're selling the home, you're not going to be living there anymore.
Right.
Another really great tip, because lighting right now is so affordable, is to update your lighting. For example, if you're my age and your kids come through and say, Mom and Dad, that is not a fixture I'd ever pick, you need to go to the store. Just go to a big box store, Home Depot, Menards. They have fantastic lighting at really reasonable prices. Hire an electrician, it's a simple fix. So those are things I would say definitely for inside.
I think that makes sense too, because when you're talking, like, I'm thinking about a kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes the cabinets may be a little older, but that's a big project to change the cabinets. But if you change the lights, that's not a big project.
It's not a big project. And believe it or not, people are going to notice the lighting. And again, for a very small fee, it's a really great fix. So then if we jump to the outside, right? The first thing that a buyer is going to see is as their agent is opening the door, they're looking everywhere around that front door. And so I always recommend a nice fresh coat of paint on that front door, or a nice polish if it's a wood door. Your light fixture, again, needs to be stellar, no cobwebs, very, very clean. Another really easy fix is just to update those numbers on the outside of the door, because that's their first look at the house, and they have an attitude about your house beginning at that front door. Another idea is to power wash. Over the winter, through the fall, we have cobwebs, we have just dirt on the outside of the house, so power wash it. And then the third tip on the outside is make sure that all your landscaping has a nice, neat edge. Whether it's your sidewalks, whether it's your gardens out front, just a nice, clean, neat edge, because when buyers see that you take time to take care of your garden, then they're also going to understand that you take time to take care of things that they don't see, like have they serviced their furnace? Have they serviced all of these mechanicals that I'm not necessarily going to get in? They can tell if you've taken care of the big things, if you take care of the little things.
That's smart. Very smart tip.
It is, and it's not a lot of money. It's just being very conscious of those things.
Well, and it makes sense too, you know, if someone gives you a call and then outside of those tips they have a specific question, whether it's cabinets or one room that's kind of like an accent room and they're not sure what they should do with that, then they can talk to you and get some personal tips.
And you know what's really important now is that the market is shifting. We are definitely going into a shifted market where for the last 2 years, you could put any product you wanted to on the market and it would sell. And it's very interesting because now we're getting into a phase where homes are actually sitting on the market just a little bit longer, and things have to be perfect again. So gone are the days of put my house on the market, doesn't matter that I haven't done the windows, done the doors, trimmed my landscaping, anybody's gonna buy it. Those days are done. We're back to things have to be maintained, they have to be perfect, they have to appeal to a buyer.
Thankfully, it's a new year. I feel like then it's a little easier to shift your mind. At least for me, it is. I'm like, okay, we're new year, new rules.
2023, we have new rules out here now. And so those 6 things, I definitely will get someone on their way to a good real estate experience.
Well, if you have any other questions for Toni, you want to reach out to her, you want her help buying or selling your home, all of the info you need is right on your screen, and that code on the right hand you can just scan with your camera and be taken right to her website. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Coming up next, we're going to hear all about the Fox 39 Super Proposal with Frank Jewelers, and then it's Tuesday Trends. We'll be right back.